All right, I think we're about ready to begin our program. If you can find your seats. Thank you for finding your seat, if you would please. Okay, we have some good audio coming out of here. All right. Thank you one and all for finding your seats. Appreciate it. Thank you. Here we go. Very much. Okay. Hello, I'm Philip Bransford, Communications Officer with Washington County. He, him pronouns. We'll begin tonight's State of the County presentation for 2025 with a land acknowledgement. We want to acknowledge the people on whose land we live, the Atfalati Kalapuyans, also known as the Tualatin Band of Kalapuyans, the first inhabitants of Washington County. We are grateful for the land we are on, Kalapuyan land. Signers of the Willamette Valley Treaty of 1855 were removed from their homelands to the Grand Ronde Indian Reservation. Today, their descendants are tribal members of Grand Ronde and Silitz tribes, carrying on the traditions and cultures of their ancestors. We acknowledge and express gratitude for the ancestors of this place and recognize that we are here because of the sacrifices forced upon them. In remembering these communities, we honor their legacy, their lives, their continuation in our community. Please reflect on the role government has played in the painful colonial history and reflect as well on the resilience and healing of the indigenous land and communities. We would like to invite everyone to collaborate and work together with the tribes to take care of the land, the water, the people who inhabit these spaces. Thank you. And now, please allow me to introduce an honored guest for tonight's presentation. Multnomah County Chair Jessica Vega Peterson has joined us this evening to introduce our featured speaker. Chair Vega Peterson was elected to the Multnomah County Board in 2016, re-elected in 2020, and elected chair in 2022. She served in the Oregon legislature before that, when in 2012, she became the first Latina in our state's history to serve in the Oregon House of Representatives. Chair Vega Peterson, we appreciate the ongoing partnership with you, with Multnomah County. We're very glad to see you here this evening. Please welcome Chair Jessica Vega Peterson.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. It is such a pleasure and an honor to be here tonight. My name is Jessica Vega Peterson. I serve as the chair of Multnomah County on the other side of 26, which thankfully traffic wasn't too bad this evening, so I was able to make it here to give an introduction to my friend and colleague, Washington County Chair Kathleen Harrington. So I'm so proud to show up for Chair Harrington because she is someone who always shows up for others. That is who she is. She is a connector. She is a bridge builder. I witnessed this just yesterday at our Association of Oregon Counties District 8 meeting. District 8 is made up of Washington, Clackamas, and Multnomah counties, but we also have the AOC leadership attend those district meetings. As Sherman County Judge Joe Dabulskis was introducing himself, he paused and he took time to thank Chair Harrington for her leadership and said so clearly, "You've earned my respect." In this time of division and rancor, the fact that Chair Harrington has earned the strong respect of colleagues all across our state who know her and know her work speaks volumes. This is not an easy time for so many people in our communities who are struggling with the increased cost of living, the proliferation of dangerous drugs like fentanyl, and a lingering crisis where far too many people are continuing to experience homelessness. These are issues our entire state is grappling with. Counties like Washington County are stepping up as the last line of support for so many people, providing services that provide hope and opportunity even as federal and state resources dwindle. When we are asked to do more with less, partnership becomes even more important to ever ensure that we are providing the most effective services possible where they are most needed. Washington County we have a lot of overlapping areas, but we do different things, right? You guys do a lot more transportation and land use and housing. We have our health centers that we run. There's difference, but like I said, there are so many areas where we overlap, and there's so many areas where there are challenges that we can take on together. And that is exactly how Chair Harrington does this work. Chair Harrington has exhibited that collaborative spirit throughout her tenure as chair. We meet and talk regularly together to learn from each other, to address regional challenges together. She has been a leader in our stewardship of the voter-approved supportive housing services measure that is helping our region house and shelter more people experiencing homelessness than ever before. We have stood together to advocate for state resources we need to serve all those we represent, with a focus on those in their most vulnerable situations. We have partnered on advocating for the transportation funding to keep our region moving. Our relationship as county chairs have been invaluable in these instances and so many more. We are here to serve together, and through the leadership and partnership of Chair Harrington, I know Washington County remains in good hands as we work through these challenging times. One other anecdote I will share about Chair Harrington before I turn the stage over to her. A couple years ago, her and I were at a conference, and she asked if there was anything that she could do for me. I started talking about some of the work that we could do together with our counties, and she interrupted me, and she said, "Of course we can do that, but no. Is there anything that I can do for you right now in this moment?" And as it happened, I needed a laptop charger. So we immediately went up to her room, she went into her backpack, and she grabbed me a charger. And to me, that is so emblematic of her leadership, to be committed to our work together at the high, bigger picture levels, but to also be invested in the individual and showing up for them in the moment. So now it is my honor to introduce your Washington County Chair, Catherine Harrington.
Thank you to each and every one of you for being here tonight. It's so wonderful to see you and to have us come together in community tonight. Thank you, Chair Peterson, for that really warm introduction. I enjoy our work together. I am so pleased that major county events begin with a land acknowledgement, as generations of Indigenous peoples called this place home long before us. Thank you for joining us for the State of the County address. I'd also like to start with thanks to my colleagues. District 1 Commissioner Nafisa Faye, District 2 Commissioner Pam Treese, District 3 Commissioner Jason Snyder, and District 4 Commissioner Jerry Willey. We'll hear from them later in this address tonight. I'd also like to invite all other elected officials who've joined us this evening to please stand up to be recognized. We're in unprecedented times. What's happening in our community, our region, our state, and across the country is so troubling. There's fear for our families, our kids, and our neighbors, and there are layers and layers of uncertainty. But know this, as your county government, we're here to serve our community with our services. We get the assignment. We take a binding oath to the U.S. Constitution. Our job is to collaborate with you, our partners, and provide the best leadership possible through these dark times. Together, we will see through this. So let's get started. When I look back over the past year, we've faced challenges, we have celebrated successes, all while dealing with tight budgets. And through it all, we've delivered for our community. The Board of Commissioners, along with county leadership and our employees, give their best while stepping up to take on the various challenges that come their way. I don't believe any of us could have predicted where we would be today with the uncertainty from the constantly evolving federal landscape. I truly understand the fear, confusion, and even anger that surrounds the national political environment. But know this, local government is different. Our priorities remain even as we adjust to new federal and state mandates. Most notably, our equity resolution and programs have evolved into the new Access and Opportunity Resolution and Order. What has not changed is that we're ensuring access to services for everyone. And federal and state laws continue to support our work with this pillar of rights and responsibilities for all. I've called Washington County home for more than 35 years. I value it even more after a recent heart attack. I'm taking good care of myself, and I'm continuing to work on behalf of our community. I want to thank each of you who reached out. It meant so much. In addition to a caring and compassionate community, what makes this a great place to live, work, and play is our diversity. From high-tech to farming, our small to large businesses, and our beautiful landscapes. I am proud of our community. We celebrate that we're among the most racially diverse counties in the state. And all this diversity is our strength, and our values remain as we continue to improve on how we work for you. I want to give a special shout out to our stellar employees, whether they're providing public health, public safety, homeless services, transportation, elections, keeping our libraries a place of lifelong learning and gathering, and so many other services. Our over 2,396 employees are talented, resilient, and dedicated to providing public service at the highest level. Their passion and commitment is truly inspiring. Please join me in recognizing and thanking our terrific employees. It's been a busy year, so here are a few highlights. We secured over $1 million from the Oregon legislature to begin work on replacing our 100-year-old courthouse. And now the planning begins. The legislature also dedicated funds, some for the first time, to preserve existing publicly owned affordable housing. This keeps residents housed and prevents those apartments from becoming market rate rentals. Preserving these resources is so very critical for today and for our future. We exceeded our annual goals for housing placement and rent assistance, all while developing forward-looking strategies to increase affordable housing stock. We recently opened the Hillsborough Recovery Center, which is part of our Center for Addictions Triage and Treatment, also known as CAT. It provides services for people with substance use disorders and mental health issues. Commissioner Pam Treese recently visited this new facility and gives us a preview of its first year of operations.
In May of 2025, we celebrated the grand opening of the first of 2 recovery centers here in Washington County. This is the Hillsborough Center for Addiction, Triage, and Treatment, also known as CAT, a place where adults struggling with substance abuse can receive a variety of different treatments to fit their needs. From assessment, sobering, withdrawal management, treatment, transition services, health services, a peer drop-in center, and crisis services, this recovery center provides rapid access to fit a wide range of needs. Having all of these services available in one place will make it easier for those with substance abuse concerns to get the comprehensive care that they need. This monumental effort and innovative approach to treatment would not be possible without the close collaboration of many partner organizations. We're grateful for each and every one of these partnerships and the hope and healing centers like this bring to our community. I was recently talking with Carol Greenow, one of our medical providers, and I think she summed it up perfectly. What she said was, "I had tears in my eyes as I first saw the newly completed CAT. After many years of seeing people seeking help and getting lost in the maze of services, they can now walk in the door, be greeted by a peer, and find the help they need, all in a beautiful, welcoming setting." Carol, I couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you. This is just one more way Washington County is here to serve you.
It is a beautiful facility, one of 2. And like you, Pam, I look forward to our opening the second CAT recovery site in Beaverton next month. Here are a few other highlights from the past year from our housing services team. They served over 21,000 individuals through a variety of programs. This included helping people find shelter and other short-term housing options, and utilizing other tools to help people remain in stable housing. We exceeded our goal of keeping more than 4,600 families and individuals with a roof over their head through rent assistance. Other programs helped thousands of families receive wraparound services needed to stay in their homes and avoid eviction. And we successfully completed both phases of the Affordable Housing Preservation Rehab Project. This involved renovating over 10 of our oldest county-owned apartment communities to create more long-term stable housing. Commissioner Jason Snyder recently visited one of these renovation projects in Tigard and gives us this update.
The housing crisis we've experienced in recent years has hit families especially hard, putting affordable rent and home ownership out of the reach for too many. That's why, as the county's newest commissioner, it's been particularly meaningful for me to witness and contribute to the collaborative efforts that are making a positive impact in my community and the county. I'm here in Tigard today at Woodland Hearth, where earlier this summer we broke ground on this future site that will soon bring 63 new affordable housing units to this community. So far in 2025, we've held 3 grand opening ceremonies for completed affordable housing sites, bringing 302 new units to Beaverton, Cornelius, and Tualatin. We've successfully completed phase 2 of the Affordable Housing Preservation Portfolio Rehabilitation Project, which consisted of 260 apartments at 5 communities throughout Beaverton, Hillsborough, Aloha, and Cornelius. This work is in addition to the over 900 quality affordable households the county already provides, and the 4,650 households the county sustains through a variety of resources and supports. There is more work to be done, but projects like this are making positive impacts on families and communities throughout the entire county. This is just one way Washington County is here to serve you.
And you taxpayers can be especially proud of the work that county staff and partners have done together to provide the homes and the services for our community members in need. Thank you, Commissioner Snyder, for highlighting that progress. Renovating our properties is a great solution to protect and expand our affordable housing supply. And the entire board is committed to doing more as the need remains. The most recent point-in-time count shows that unsheltered homelessness remains steady. Since the voters approved Metro's Supportive Housing Services funds, those were made available in 2021, and we've built a system of care with a variety of housing options and mental health resources. It's making a difference. Looking across our state, we have more people here accepting the help and resources available when compared to most other counties. It demonstrates that with more housing and more mental health services, more people are using these resources and living with more certainty. As mentioned, the Metro Supportive Housing Services funds have given us tools to integrate mental health into our system of care. This holistic approach is effective in helping individuals transition into stable, permanent housing. Unfortunately, the projected revenue for this regional program shows a decline in the next few years. So we'll be looking for cost savings and efficiencies to help offset the loss of revenue. Our general fund has been constrained for decades, and now we're also facing reduced funding from local, state, and federal sources. That means we have to continue to make cuts to balance the budget. We've also seen statewide unemployment increase. While here, it's remained steady at around 4.5%. But on a positive note, we've seen big gains in the number of new small businesses with about a 4.3% growth. Our creative entrepreneurs play such an important role in supporting our local economy. I'd like to turn now to report on some good news relating to ambulance and emergency response. When you call 911 for an ambulance, you need one now. We've been working with our provider, AMR, to improve ambulance response time and ensure the service is better tailored to each patient. We launched the Nurse Navigator program that's delivering great results. Our 911 dispatch center now redirects less critical calls to nurses to coordinate the best care for the individual. That, in turn, frees up emergency response resources for people facing more serious risks to their health. This is another example of how we deliver innovative solutions together to benefit our community. It came together through a collaboration among the Washington County Consolidated Communications Agency, known as WACA, Global Medical Response, AMR's parent company, and local EMS providers. This change makes emergency response more sustainable and will hopefully reduce AMR's cost, thereby reducing rate impacts to you. Now that we're in mid-fall, we've just wrapped up our peak road construction season. Our Major Streets Transportation Improvement Program staff have been moving about 50 projects forward. They range from maintenance and repair to improving safety and traffic flow. One of the large projects under construction is along Farmington Road. Commissioner Nafisa Faye recently visited the work underway in Beaverton.
Hello, I'm here today to highlight the incredible transportation work that keeps Washington County moving forward. Every day, thousands of us drive, ride, and walk on these roads. Safe and reliable transportation is what makes everything else possible, from getting to work and school to accessing healthcare, shopping, and recreation. Washington County is responsible for maintaining about 1,300 miles of rural and urban roads, along with 185 bridges, over 3,100 culverts, 278 traffic signals, nearly 6,300 streetlights, and other critical infrastructure that keeps our transportation network running safely and reliably. This is the backbone of our county's safety, economy, and growth. And we're not just maintaining, we're leading. On TV Highway, one of the busiest corridors in Oregon, we just completed the locally preferred alternative for the TV Highway Transit and Safety Project. That is a $300 million investment that will deliver faster, safer, and more reliable bus service for thousands of riders every day. Across the county, we are advancing projects that improve safety and livability in every community, because Washington County's transportation system isn't just about roads and signals, it's about people. It's about making sure every resident can get where they need to go safely and reliably. And it's about building a future that works for everyone in our county. And it's also one more way that Washington County is here to serve you.
Thank you, Commissioner Faye. Yes, everyone, every person here in Washington County counts. MSTIP. I'm happy to share that Moody's rating has given us its highest financial rating. The AAA rating means that we saved money on borrowing costs for road projects. Last year, we saved about $15 million on borrowing costs, making our resources go further. The rating reflects our strong and diverse economic base, along with our expert county financial management. Thank you. This terrific work by our staff, as directed by the board, is bringing great value to our taxpayers. Now, I hope you've been getting out to enjoy some of the beautiful areas here. We have some of the best parks and recreation areas. The popular Scoggins Valley Park saw more than 1 million visitors to Hagg Lake last year. Commissioner Jerry Willey recently went to visit Hagg Lake and provides this update.
Hello, and welcome to Scoggins Valley Park. This park has 2,500 acres of recreational fun, including 14 miles of trails, a disc golf course, and home to the beautiful Henry Hagg Lake. This past year brought 1.1 million visitors here to hike, kayak, fish, and enjoy these beautiful surroundings. Have you taken part in the annual fishing tournament? We saw 260 anglers of all ages take to the lake this year as part of our partnership with the Get Hooked organization. The design for a future campground is even underway, funded by grants, partnerships, camping sites for tents and RVs, and more are expected to open in the fall of 2027. But not many people realize that beyond the recreational opportunities provided here, Hagg Lake plays an integral part in the well-being of our county and our region. When at full capacity, the reservoir here stores over 53,000 acre-feet of water, which in turn supplies 13,000 acre-feet of drinking water throughout the county, irrigation of up to 17,000 acres of local farms in the Tualatin Basin, and is an instrumental resource throughout the region for fighting wildland fires. Hague is also the primary source of water supply for the Tualatin River. Without this water, the Tualatin River would not exist as we know it today, a place of fishing, canoeing, and support for many environmental economies. Thanks to our incredible staff, there are always new and meaningful ways to experience this park. If you have not done so, I highly recommend you download the Hague Lake Soundwalk. This musical composition will give you a completely different perspective of this great landscape. This is just one more way Washington County is here to serve you.
I haven't done that. Thanks for the tip. And like you, I'm looking forward to the campground opening soon. I want to add that Hague Lake and Scoggins Creek are part of the Tualatin River watershed and overseen by Clean Water Services. They do a terrific job of protecting the Tualatin River and also ensuring that Hague Lake is a critical resource to fight wildfires. And a quick note on wildfires. County staff have made significant progress in emergency preparedness, especially in planning and coordination for wildfires. So thank you for helping us protect property and for our greater community. It was just over a year ago that state law recriminalized drug possession. In response, deflection programs emerged to give people an option: be prosecuted and face the potential of fines and jail time, or choose treatment. During our first 9 months of the program, we've seen some positive results. About 90 people have participated in treatment. 60% completed or are still in the program. And about a quarter of those individuals are participating in treatment for the first time. And we've connected these individuals with partner organizations to assist them with housing and other treatment options. The bottom line is that the results are encouraging, and I want to thank county staff and our community partners for collaborating on this program. The Sheriff's Office is one of the county departments involved in the deflection program. County Sheriff Caprice Massey, the first woman to hold this post, recently wrapped up her first year in office. Sheriff Massey and her team are dedicated to keeping us the safest urban county in the state. Our officers see people on some of their worst days. It's hard work, and they do it with such compassion. Under Sheriff Massey's leadership, she's built back staffing levels, launched targeted missions to address problem areas, upgraded body cameras, and expanded the use of drones to keep officers and our public safe. By partnering with the Westside Interagency Narcotics Team, we're making a real difference in reducing the amount of drugs on our streets. To date, the team has seized a total of 125 pounds of cocaine, heroin, meth, and fentanyl, along with a lot of cash and guns. To that, I say, keep up the great work. When officers respond to calls involving people in crisis, our mental health response teams join in. The team helps our most vulnerable when they're in crisis and begins to connect them with available resources. So far, the mental health response team has been on more than 2,000 service calls. This is an effective response to what's happening right here in our community. As I wrap up, I want to alert you to 2 replacement service funding levies that are on your November ballot. Our 5-year library operating levy includes funding for children's reading events, as well as helping young students to read and excel. It supports our 16 libraries that make up the Washington County Cooperative Library Service. The measure proposes 37 cents per $1,000 of assessed property value. The second measure is our 5-year countywide public safety operating levy that supports enhanced public safety services in both urban and rural communities. The measure helps fund the effort to keep deadly drugs off our street, keep dangerous individuals in custody, and provide services to prevent domestic violence. If passed, it would cost 66 cents per $1,000 of assessed property value. And for nearly 20 years, voters of Washington County have supported these critical services. You can learn more in your county-provided voters pamphlet. And as I mentioned earlier, holding elections is one of our county's critical services. In addition to primary and general elections, we hold numerous small elections throughout the year, including those for school boards and cities. We're proud to be the first vote-by-mail state, and we've been holding elections by mail for nearly 40 years. Rest assured, our elections are safe and secure. As we close, clearly there is a lot going on at your county government. Our mission remains. We're dedicated to service and improving the lives of our residents. Our work demonstrates that public policy delivers tangible, lasting benefits to residents, local businesses, and the overall health of our community. Our county is strong, and your feedback helps guide our work. Together, we keep Washington County a great place to live, work, and play. Thank you so much to each and every one of you for being here tonight, and good night. And because it's a rare event for all of us as elected officials to get together like this, if you could all please join me up here for a quick photo, that would be grand. Thank you. Wonderful. And I only slept up 2-3 times.
Well done, well done.